Financial literature. Okay, so you are on the compare overdraft fees, and we're going to go through how to create this assignment and also how to do the overdraft fees spreadsheet. So first thing you want to do is make a copy of both of these assignments. So you should be able to just click on it and it should automatically make a copy. You should have already created your financial lit folder to put all of these things in so that you have access to all of them, but it could just sit in your drive as well. It's up to you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on, and we're going to start by going through this. So we're going to go through Josh's scenario right here. And the scenario is that he starts his day off with $116 in his checking account, and he has an overdraft protection plan. So we're going to go through his different charges and how that affects depending on the bank that you're at. So go ahead and make those copies, and then what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to start on this one so we can make sure that we have everything in there. So go ahead and do that. So to do this, we are going to be going through this scenario. So if you're looking at the spreadsheet, we should have this already set up for you. If you made a copy, it should have transferred, but let's go ahead and make sure that you have transactions right here, the order in which things happen. So I just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just so I know what sequence things happened. If you keep it in that order, you shouldn't need to number it. So it's up to you if you want that. It's just for informational purposes. This is our starting balance. So it says in the assignment right here that Josh started with $116 in his checking account. So that's why we have our beginning balance of $116. So this should have some formulas in here. So this one right here, if you go to C10, that's this cell right here, it should say equals sum parenthesis C2 colon C9 parenthesis. If it does not, you're going to need to hit pause right now and make sure it says that. To have that in, if you arrow down to C11, that should say equals C10 minus C2. That's going to tell us how much the total we spent on minus the amount that we had, and that'll give us the amount that we overspent, if at all. So that's what we're going to do. Another thing that we want to make sure is we should have our format for all of these. So if it doesn't say $116 in yours, you're going to want to click on that column C, and then you want to format it right there as currency because we are talking about money. So we want to make sure we have that. Okay, so we're going to use the assignment to help us go through. I want to make sure that these formulas are set up for you. So this one actually should say equals, and then we can just put C2 and then hit enter, and then it'll automatically stay there. And then this one should say equals that one and hit enter. And the reason why we're doing this is because as we go through, we're just going to copy and paste, and it's going to do all the work for us. That's one of the reasons why we would use a spreadsheet to help us figure out things. Okay, so let's see, what other formulas? Do you have this one? That one, if this is in yours, your C22 should say this. That should be your formula. If it doesn't, go ahead and hit pause and do that. E23 should say that. Thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make sure that you have this formula in B24. This is the total spent with fees. So that's going to take everything you spent that day in your bank account with your fees. And then last things we're going to want in our formulas is this one right here. We're going to put equals C14 minus B24. That's in B25. That's the total overspending with the fees. There is conditional formatting on that, and if it did not copy over, you're going to want to go to Format, Conditional Formatting, and it'll bring up this. And so the format rules are going to be a single color, and that the format rules are, you're going to find less than, so is less than 0. We're going to make it, I don't actually care what color you make it if it didn't copy over, but I made mine red because it shows me that we're negative. And then I made it bold so I'll be able to see it. I painted it red, and then we're just going to hit done. And then that's the rule for that one, and it should work for every single one. So we can close that out, and we're going to go ahead and start going through this scenario. The other thing that you're going to need for this assignment is there is this link right here that will give us all of our overdraft fees on a chart. I went ahead and printed just this so you wouldn't have to like go back and forth. And each page has a new header on top of it, which makes it just a little bit easier to read than it did on the website. So we went ahead and did it this way. All right, so when we're going through the scenario, it says that he's going to start. So before school, he buys his cousin a round trip bus fare using $4 from his debit card. So if we go back here, right here, his first charge is $4. You're just going to hit that and hit enter, and it should automatically update 4. Then we're going to figure out how much he spent on gas. So Josh, he then uses his card to get gas, and he spent $43 in gas. So he must have only needed a little bit of gas since gas is so high right now. And then it looks like he spent some money on a yearbook. So once the bank opened, a check that he had given the school for his senior yearbook cleared, and $75 came out of his checking account. So we're going to want to put 75 and enter. And we're going to finish this up. It said Josh's Netflix account subscription automatically debits his card today. So another $10 left his account. So we're going to hit 10, enter, and then we're going to go back over here. Let's see. After school, he heads out with friends and he uses his debit card to buy coffee. So he spent $3 on coffee. So we're going to do $3 coffee. And then he sends a person-to-person payment. So that's like Venmo or PayPal. Payment of $15 to his friend Bryant that for his share of dinner. So we're going to put 15. And then we are going to go back to this, sorry. Finally, he finishes the day out with some shopping and he bought some new soccer gear for $35 and he uses his debit card at the store. So we're going to put $35. So I can already tell that I made a mistake on one of the formulas and it looks like I included one too many cells. So it actually should say in this cell, so C10, it actually should say C3 to C9. We don't want to include the beginning balance. So we actually, yeah, that's fine. So he spent $185 and he overspent $69 on that account. So he spent almost $70 more than what he actually had. Okay, so this is how the assignment is going to work. What I like to do is I like to take these cells and highlight them like that, and then I do Control C, and then I'm going to just paste them right here so that I don't have to do that over and over and over again. And then I can see when things are negative. The other thing is I'm going to change that to white because I don't want it to be blue. Okay, so I have that right there, total spent on purchases, and I can see exactly where it goes negative in his account, and that's where the first overdraft fee will start to affect his account negatively. So that's what we're going to be talking about. All right, so go ahead and hit pause and make sure you've caught up and done all of that. So you're going to start doing the assignment. The first thing you want to do is you're going to want to click on A13 and highlight all the way down to here, just like that. So A13 to E25, and we're going to do Control C, and then I'm just going to click right here. It doesn't actually matter where you put it on the page. We'll be able to see it, but I'm just going to put it next to it so I don't have to move my screen around a lot. And I'm going to hit Control V, and everything should go over. Pasted it over. It didn't paste over exactly the way that you like it. You can spend some time formatting it and fixing it. That's up to you. For the most part, the math and all the stuff will work whether you can see it or not. So mine, when I copied and pasted it, this one did not work, and this should say equals, and it should equal C2 and hit enter, and then we can just leave it like that. If it didn't work for you, that's fine, but just make sure you fix that, or just type in 116 since that's our beginning balance. That's what we start with every time. Okay, so the first bank we're going to look at, so if we were looking at that, this right here, if we looked at, let's see, let's just pick a bank. We'll pick this one right here. So it says Citizens Bank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that because I'm lazy and I don't like to type everything. And I'm going to put the bank name right in this form right here. So the bank name is Citizens Bank. For some reason there's a B. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So if we're looking at Citizens Bank, and I don't think that that's one of the banks that we will be looking up. Nope, it's not. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so Citizens Bank. All right, so Citizens Bank tells us that they get charged $37 every time their account is negative and they use it. This or $12 transfer fee from a linked account, we're not going to worry about that. So you really don't need to worry about that. You just need to worry about this part. There are some accounts that say $0, $0. So that's fine too. But what we're really looking for is that fee. The max fees per day, that tells us how many charges you'll be charged for in a day if every as they go through. So the max that this one will be charged is for 5 overdraft fees, and then this is the total possible cost. We don't need to worry about any transfer fees, but so this one is saying anywhere from $12 to $185. So the $12 is saying if you had money in like a savings account and transferred over, they would charge you $12 to make that transfer. Otherwise, the total amount you would be charged is $185 for per day. So the first thing we're going to do, so it's $37. So we're going to go back to this, and everywhere I see a negative sign, I'm going to put a $37. So this is the first time, the yearbook is the first time this account goes negative. So it's 37, hit enter. And then I'm going to be charged $37, or Josh is going to be charged $37 again there. And then he's going to be charged $37 again there because his account is still negative. And then he's going to be charged $37 there. And he's going to be charged $37 there. The last thing I need to do is make sure I have only a total of 5 maximum charges. It could be less, but it can't be more than 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have exactly 5. And look, the maximum that said our bank account would charge us per day is $185, and so the $185 is there. Now look at this number right here. The total he spent that day was $370. That is the amount he spent totally on purchases plus those fees. So if you look at this number, total overspending with fees is negative $254. So if he was looking at his bank account at the end of the day, that's what it would say. It would say negative $254. That's insane. So that's how that assignment's going to do. Now, how you'll know what bank accounts to do will be right here. So the accounts that I'm asking you to look up, I'm looking at Ally Credit Union, Ally Bank, Alliant Credit Union, Ally Bank, Citibank, Fifth Third Bank, SunTrust, and Wells Fargo. So go ahead and look at those up. Once you are done with that, so you've created all these different ones, and hopefully you went through and created Citizens Bank with us as an example. This is just an example. I'm not expecting to see this on there, so I'll even put example. The last thing that I would like you to do is hit this share button. I'd like you to go down here, but anyone with the link can see it, and then you can copy right from there. And then I would like you to put this on your assignment on number 1. So you're just going to do Control V, and you'll have it pasted right there. So now you should be able to answer the rest of these questions without fees. What was the ending balance? You will be able to say how much you was charged for every bank once you go through this. I would like you to give them some advice based on all the things that we've been learning up until this point. Answer these reflection questions and explain your thinking. So you're going to go through all of that. So don't miss that there are these questions that you need to answer. If you have any questions, you can ask your teacher. You can or ask me if I am your teacher. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day and check out these overdraft fees.